What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's had a great day so far. Let's get you guys caught up with the latest news around the Alonzo Highsmith deal. Barry Jackson of the Miami Herald spoke with Alonzo Highsmith today, and the deal is officially dead. Alonzo Highsmith will not be joining the University of Miami Athletic Department. The main reasons why Alonzo Highsmith will not be joining, the responsibilities and the salary that matched Alonzo Highsmith's experience did not match what Blake James and Manny Diaz had in mind. The only group of members at the University of Miami that were really pushing hard for Alonzo Highsmith were the Board of Trustees. Coach Manny Diaz did not want any individual looking over his shoulder every day, kind of directing him on what the day-to-day operations should be at the University of Miami regarding decision-making and such. So it's not going to happen, guys, unfortunately, moving forward. It is what it is. So let's get into it. The transfer portal. FIU grad kicker Andres Borregales will be making a decision this weekend, and people have him down as a lock to the University of Miami. Quincy Roach, defensive end out of Temple University, the AAC Defensive Player of the Year, will be taking a visit this weekend to the University of Miami. It was reported by Andrew Ivins, 247 Sports, that he was also in contact with Miami today, and he was expected to make a decision regarding his future destination for college this weekend as well. So I think Miami's in a great position moving forward with Quincy Roach. Terrence Davis, offensive guard, played at Maryland, started 37 games. Miami is interested. Look out for Terrence Davis to be a potential target. I know I went over Devin Cochran and Henry Hattis from Stanford. Devin Cochran went to Vanderbilt. Those are a couple names to look out for as well. So Miami's looking to bring in 2 offensive linemen. I know we're pretty depth-wise, pretty good at offensive guard. But look out, look out. We might bring in 2 to 3 offensive linemen in the transfer portal. I think there will be great additions, some great names that we have already moving forward that have good amount of game experience that can only make our entire returning unit better. A lot of people say that Terrence Davis can push Navon Donaldson to the bench and start over him game 1 if he does decide to come to the University of Miami. So a lot of interesting things to see moving forward regarding the offensive line unit. Let's talk about quarterbacks, guys. Jett Duffy announced today on Twitter that he will be going to Tulane. So if you were pulling for Jett Duffy, I know a lot of people like the fact that he's already played in a spread air raid system with Texas Tech. Had some pretty good numbers, but he will be going to Tulane, so you can cross him out on the list. Jamie Newman, quarterback from Wake Forest. 247 Sports has him crystal balled to the University of Georgia. Bruce Feldman from The Athletic, according to Jamie Newman, who he spoke with, said the top contenders to land him were Georgia, Oregon, and Miami. So as of right now, looks like Georgia is the favorite. And LSU as well is looking for a grad transfer quarterback. So those are major players in front of Miami when it comes to grabbing starting quarterbacks. Obviously, Oregon just won the Rose Bowl. LSU is about to play for the national title. So they have a lot more to offer right now than the University of Miami, who just came off a hideous shutout bowl loss to Louisiana Tech. All right, Anthony Brown. Miami does have very high interest in him. Boston College quarterback. He is a very mature senior quarterback. He has a double degree from Boston College University. Those are kind of just some of the reasons why Miami wants him to come and play for them. He brings a lot of maturity. He's very well educated. They are expecting, they want an experienced quarterback to come in the room and probably mentor guys like Peyton Matoka, Tyler Van Dyke. Miami is all in on Tyler Van Dyke. They think he is the second coming of Gino Torretta, Vincent Testaverde, Bernie Kosar. They believe Tyler Van Dyke is going to be the next great quarterback at Miami, and they're looking for someone to mentor him this season to a possible red shirt and then get him ready to go moving forward. So look out for Anthony Brown as well as a potential name. But guys, remember, major players like Oregon and LSU, they will be going after grad transfer quarterbacks. And Anthony Brown possibly may end up at one of those schools as well. Remember, he's one of the top targets right now in the transfer portal. KJ Costello out of Stanford and Felipe Franks. I personally do not want Felipe Franks anywhere near Miami. but just a couple names that also are targets out there that teams will be interested in. I expect Anthony Brown to land anywhere between Miami, LSU, and Oregon. Next name that is being followed by the entire University of Miami Hurricanes coaching staff, John Holcomb, Kansas State quarterback. He is a redshirt freshman, redshirted last year. He is 6'5", 250 pounds, and he is a freak of an athlete. Literally, in all his film, he looks the perfect quarterback. He has a cannon of an arm. You can put him at receiver, tight end. That's what they did at Kansas State. They were putting him at receiver, tight end. They had special packages for him throughout the games. I've reached out to Kansas State fans trying to figure out why is John Holcomb leaving Kansas State? What went wrong? Why did Skylar Thompson win the job over John Holcomb? I don't know yet why, but everything looks amazing about him. He looks like a future NFL quarterback in the making. He has 3 years of eligibility left. I don't see why he didn't start at Kansas State. I don't know why it didn't progress well for him. So imagine having Rhett Lashley as your quarterbacks coach and offensive coordinator. He's dealt with tons of quarterbacks in the past, specifically transfer quarterbacks, and Nick Marshall, Ben Hicks, and Shane Buechele, and he's developed them pretty well. So John Holcomb will be an interesting name to look out for, and the entire University of Miami coaching staff is following him on Twitter. So it's going to be very interesting. He looks great on paper. Looks like a stud in the making. Also, De'Aaron King is being followed by Rhett Lashley. So I know a lot of people were pulling for De'Aaron King to come to Miami. Seems like Rhett Lashley has reached out, so it's going to be very interesting to see what transpires out of that situation. That's all I got regarding the transfer portal news, guys. Like I said in my previous video, go check that out if you haven't yet. The transfer portal is only going to get bigger moving forward, and more great names will be entering the portal as well. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day, and go Canes.